Good evening, everybody. This is going to be my last page for Roxy Journal of Stitchery, and I'm happy that it's finished. It's been a bit of an exhausting time at sometimes, but I've really enjoyed stitching along, and I have made the most beautiful friends, and I never thought that I would become friends with people that I would watch on YouTube and just wish that, you know, I could talk to them or have a conversation with them, and that would be the lovely Sally and the lovely Christine. And I've also made a couple of friends through, you know, just the chat that you do with YouTube when you comment with people. So this is near the end. So let's get to it and let me tell you what's going on with it. It is winter flowers, and I have decided to do, I'm just going to do something in a minute. I had my ears in, and I didn't know whether that would work in the audio, so hopefully it hasn't been too much of annoyance, or it worked or it didn't work. So I'll just stop the video here and have a look. Everything went fine. It just, you can put your headphones in, but I found it a bit difficult to hear myself. I've got so let's get to it. I lost myself there for a minute. I have my owl, and my owl was going to go on the Just Because quilt, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that. It's not that I didn't like the owl. I didn't like the setup that the owl was creating on the tapestry page. It was a bit thick, so I'll show you that in another video. I might do it after this one because it's evening now. I don't know what time it is. I think it's maybe 6:30 or 6:45 at night, so the sun's just going down. So in front of me, that way, is the window, and then the sun is setting to the right of me over the ocean, but I'm not anywhere near the ocean. I've got my thread here for the crew wool. So this is what I'm using here. I'll just bring you over a little bit so you can see. This is the crew wool that I'm using for the brown to stitch that down. What happened was, it was this colour. Then I decided to not have the brown. I wanted it white on here. But then when I sprayed it with fabric spray or something, it went pink. So I had to then dibble dabble in with the paints and paint her back up again. And now she's a bit fluffy around the edges because when I cut the fabric away, they got a little bit cut. So I'm just doing a stitch around the edges and tying her down, and she will just sit there and it won't be a problem. Now these are pictures I got off the internet, and I downloaded them. They were just, you know, those free downloadable pictures that you can find. I'm not sure what website I found. If I know it, I'll link it in the description below. Some of it you have to pay for, but others are free, and you just download it to your computer in your downloads, whether it be a Mac or a Windows, and then you just open up the file. I went to Pages in my MacBook, but in Windows you can go to Microsoft Word and just add the picture there. And then I put my fabric, I cut my fabric to the A4 sheet of paper, and make sure that you cut around it so you don't have any fabric edges. You put that in the printer, whether it be up the fabric down or the fabric up, depending on your printer, and then you just obviously set your thing to print and off it goes. And then this is the result of forget-me-nots, daffodil. Now this fabric is quite thin, so I had to print it twice, because what happened was, that's the iron unfortunately, but that's okay. What happened was the stickiness of the A4 sheet, when I cut round my print, I found it very difficult to cut it off. So learn from my mistake. When you print on your fabric with your A4 sticky sheet underneath, it's just an A4 sheet label, peel the whole thing off first and then cut around your fabric afterwards. So that's why my fabric's like this for now. So that's what I'm going to do, is stitch them down. I'm not doing too much embellishment. Later on I might come back and stick some blue beads or thread paint the daffodils. This is supposed to be, oh my gosh, the name's gone out of head, snowdrops. So lavender and forget-me-nots and the poinsettia, which was a Christmas fabric, and all I did was cut round it. I tried to cut the black off as best I could, and now I'm just going to stitch around that and obviously have my owl. And then I realised I've got to find somewhere to put my word for winter prompts. I forgot about that. So by the time I cut all this out, shall we do that? I should do that while I'm talking to you. So how is everybody? Hope you're all getting your lovely designs, your Christmas shopping out of the way and finished, or maybe you've just started. I was a bit late myself, but I caught up, and all I've got to do now is wrap the presents. We've got 11 people coming over to my house. We've just invited my husband's uncle and his 2 adult girls. What else is happening? And we're just on the news tonight, you wouldn't believe it, but our Christmas Day is going to be 23 degrees, and we normally get 35, 36 on Christmas Day. So it's going to be a very warm, mild Christmas. So I'm hoping that my salads aren't going to get too how would you say it, cool to eat. So I might have to maybe do some hot food, a little bit of hot food, but we'll see. I did that a bit close there. That's all right. So I will put that one over there, or that is my dog. I'm going to pause the video and open up the door. I'm back. There's no privacy in this house. They just want to come where I am, but that's okay. I love it. All right, move that cord out of the way. That's my... I'm just going to put my charging cord in to charge the iPad. Yes, so let's... I've cut that out. I've got to find room for the words. Maybe I might have to cover that over there. I was just trying to leave a little bit of this beautiful flower. The poinsettia has a fair bit of gap up the top there, so we will do our best to put that in. So that might be a bit better off going up there. This might be better off going down there, and then I can have my words there. So let's cut this one out. So yes, Christmas Day and then Boxing Day, I watched the Boxing Day test, and my husband might be going to Speedway with his friend. And then we don't eat very much because we've probably eaten ourselves full on Christmas Day, and that just consists of the kids coming over and opening up all the presents, and the dogs go crazy, and everybody's barking. They're barking and ripping presents open, and the whole lounge room's just like it is if they were little kids, and I love it. So My best part of the Christmas, actually. The shopping's not. I'm not a shop. I hate shopping. And oh, now that looks a bit silly. Maybe I'll just come down here and go around. These scissors aren't the best. And I don't really want to print them off again, so I'm going to change my scissors. So yeah, I love that kind of Christmas. That's better. Now they look like 3 fingers. Oh. Maybe when they get put down, they should be all right. That wasn't very good cutting, was it? I didn't think too much about that because I was talking. When that gets sewn down, that should be all right. Hopefully that'll blend in. If not, I'll just chop off one of them. Then that makes me look like I've got 2 fingers up, and that's a bit of a rude sign. Right, let's go for this one here. Let's just cut this and not be distracted by myself. I don't like the snowdrops came out a bit grey on this one. I don't know what happened there. These aren't very good scissors, and the problem is the fabric is so light that it's wispy thin. I can hear the TV in the background. Right, let's put that. Put that there. This one's going to go there. Might have to go over the top of that one. Let's see what happens if I move this out the way. Maybe that can go there. And this is a big one, so this can go up here. So it won't matter that that's covered up. Forget-me-not could go in the middle. And let's cut this out. Anybody doing anything for New Year's? We don't do anything. We just go to bed normal time. I'm not very good at I get up early, but I'm not very good at staying up late. I would like to have a bit of a sleep in, but when the dogs wake you up for their bickies, you know, 5:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock, it's what you have to do. Because if you ignore them, they only make the situation worse by just being a pest and wanting the biscuits. So you just get up, give them the biscuits, and then do what you need to do. Right, so let's just move that over there. That doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't matter that it goes over, because that looks quite pretty there. And our little snowdrop can drift into that. Hopefully my silly... See, that's what happens with the fabric, because it's thin. My silly 3-fingered lavender can go there. And by the time I hack that down, by the time I stitch that down, you won't see it. All right, so what are we going to do? Finish off this here. So all I'm doing is just going up and down stitches. That's all I'm doing. Nothing very special. Now I've done a bit of a wider one, but I'll come back on myself. the problem is that I'm stuck with this. My whole book is a concertina, and it's just one big massive, I reckon it's probably 2.5 meters long. So when this is all finished, I will do a video, even though it's not completely all finished, but I'll do my best to do a video and set it out so you won't see so many pins, and then I will run the camera all the way along it. I won't be able to do it on the table because the table is not very big. I'd have to probably do it out on the other table out there, or I might actually have to even do it on the floor because it's that long. I sometimes wish I did do the double pages. I can hear somebody snoring. Yep, he's snoring. It's my old dog. He's what, 14, 15, something like that. And that's all he does all day is sleep. Tomorrow we're off to go down to the river, and we're going to take the dogs, and we've got life jackets, so we got them from Kmart. So if you're looking for life jackets for your dog, which they do exist, go to Kmart and you'll find them there, and they work really well. All you've got to do is when you tie you put the life jacket on the body, and then you put the straps go Velcro to themselves, but then you clip the straps in with clips. When you pull the tab, make sure you cut the tab to the right length because it dangles down, and you don't want anything getting caught in rocks, or they can even trip over themselves if you have short legs, short dogs like us. So make sure you do that if you're to buy them from Kmart for your dog to go swimming. They work really well. They love the confidence it gives them is great. The old dog, Caesar, he just continues to keep swimming. So it's good. Makes him tired all day, even though he sleeps anyway. So all I'm doing is just going up and down. I'm not really doing anything fancy because it was my mistake by cutting around it. Oh, and I cut the thread. So what I'm going to do is just go down there. And I've got a few layers going on as well. Anybody else? Is anybody doing the new prompt in the beginning of the year? Next year? I am, but part of me is still thinking about it. I want to do it, but honestly, I don't want to do it on the big scale. I've got a lot of projects I want to do myself, and I've bought and I haven't started them all because I've concentrated on the 6 months of this project, and then I started in, April, and then I did Anne Claxton's stitchery swap, and that's where I met the lovely Sally. I swapped with her, and then we got chatting, and that was the beginning of that lovely friendship. And then somehow, I don't know how I was enjoying Christine from Create Craft and with Christine, and then I just said, did you want to have a chat, join in our group of our chats? And we did, and that was the best of that. Oh, I thought I glued that, I thought I stitched that down. I probably won't do too much here because all I'm going to do is stitching. So let me just get this back on. I've shown you what I'm going to do. Let me place these down. a bit croaky tonight. Is that one over there? I think so. And the other one's fallen on the floor. There we go. That's right, because I had that over there, didn't I? So that's what I'm going to leave you with, because it's just general stitching, overcast stitching, and then I will just put my words on it. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I'm not going to stamp it. If I do, I'll put it on a piece of, I might put it on a little bit of blue fabric. Let me see, I had some, maybe I'll cut out this. Maybe I can just cut that out. I don't really want the stamp there. What did I say it was? Winter flowers. Yeah, I'll think of something. I'm not sure. So I probably won't be able to pop in a photo at the end of this video, because I'm going to upload this one when I've finished. But I will upload, when I get a chance, I will do a whole long run video of this, and then you'll be able to see all the progress I've done and the progress I've got to do. So again, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and if you celebrate Christmas, and if you don't, just enjoy your family and whatever you do, and I wish you all a Happy New Year.